Oh, hey friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, life would be a lot less interesting. Because you guys push me to want to make sure that I put the best content that I can out there and bring you guys something different than the talking heads out there that just keep rehashing the same old crap. Whew. Well, I finished my day job portion of it, and so I've got about 2 hour break, and now I've got to go back in and do some more work on a separate project that we're working on. Try and finish that off, so I'll go back in and work for a few more hours. So in between here, I'm coming back home, getting a little something to eat. Gonna see if I can take about an hour-long nap and then get back at it. But of course, I have to admit it, I'm an addict. I have an addiction. It's true. And I have to face it. I got to own up to it. I am a football addict, and I'm addicted to talking about it here on YouTube with you guys. So, at least 3 times a day, I've got to feed my addiction, or else I think I'll lose it. Doesn't matter how tired I may be or what I may be doing. I've got to connect the news on the Dallas Cowboys. And I have to right the wrongs of all the BS that we get from some of the shows out there. So that is my mission. And I get some of you guys that say, you know what, Mark, you need to slow down. You need to rest. Well, when I decide to do something, I don't half-ass it. I put all effort forward to achieve my goals. Things don't always happen immediately. It takes time. But anything worthwhile, anything worth having, anything worth achieving, you've got to put in the work. When I went to California, my daughter was like, let's go hike, I can't remember the name of the park, but hike this trail. It's about a 2.5 mile trail, about 1,200 foot elevation lift on there. And when you looked at it, my first thought is, why am I doing this? I don't need to climb this. It's going to be too damn hard. I could just wait here for my kids to go climbing. But I said, you know what? I bet the view from up there is incredible. But there's only one way I can see that view, and that's by putting in the work of getting on top of that mountain. And believe me, as I started climbing, there's many times on the way up I felt like saying, you know what, Kayla? I'm done. I'll wait for you down at the bottom. I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. It's too hard. But I kept saying, okay, just take it one step at a time. Take one step. If you have to rest, rest. But take that step. Keep working towards your goal. Because each step that you take gets you one closer to the top. And before I knew it, I was up on top of the mountain. And so that's how I live my life. I put full effort in getting to the top of the mountain. It takes time and a lot of hard work. I met my beautiful wife in college. I fell head over heels in love with her then. But making a long story short, she was kind of like, this is friend zone. But I never lost those feelings for her, ever. And from time to time, over the years, we'd run into each other. And I still always had those feelings. No matter where I was or what I was doing or who I was with, I always knew there was something special that her and I were meant to be. And it took, I think, let's see, met her in 84. We got together in 92. 18 years. 18 years it took. But I finally achieved my goal. And I was right back then that she was the perfect one, that she was my soulmate. And I just kept working. I kept pounding on it. Never burned any bridges. And eventually I succeeded and got her. So, anyway, I digress. I think I may be a little delusional because I've been working so much. But I've been sitting here thinking, and I do a lot of that as I'm driving and sitting in traffic and things in life. And when we start thinking about Zeke Elliot and his suspension, more than likely, Zeke is going to have to sit out some games, regardless of what may or may not have happened. It's the NFL. They're the employer. They can do what the hell they want, and probably will. Maybe it'll get reduced to 4 games, and Zeke will say, okay, I'll just take that, and we'll just get this over with. But what this actually does is for Dak Prescott, it actually increases his odds of being able to be NFL MVP, provided he plays well. Because here's the thing. Dak has been living in the shadows of the rest of the team. Excuse me. Dak doesn't get credit, excuse me again, for having the season that he had because they say all Dak had to do was show up. He's got Zeke Elliot, and he's running the heck out of the ball. He's got the best offensive line in football. He just needs to just be behind there, and everything will be hunky-dory. He'll have great numbers because of Zeke. But if that were true, then how come the quarterbacks in Minnesota during Adrian Peterson's heyday weren't all pros every year? Because clearly, if you've got a great running back and offensive line, all you got to do is show up. Yet, the rest of their offense was putrid. I look at our team in 2015 where we had the 6th rated rushing offense and the 4th leading running back in the NFL. Yet Brandon Wheaton and Matt Castle couldn't bust a grape, couldn't do a damn thing. So clearly, if we had the exact same offensive line in 2015 and 2016, our running game didn't improve that much. How come with those two guys showing up that they weren't all pros? So this is an opportunity for Dak Prescott to basically step out of the shadows of Ezekiel Elliott. Because if he's sitting down for 4 games, 6 games, or however many games it is, along with the other suspensions, if the Cowboys keep winning, they go to the playoffs, maybe win a game or 2, or maybe even go to the Super Bowl, heaven forbid, and it's Dak Prescott without Zeke Elliott for an extended period of time, then all of a sudden you have to start looking at his body of work. And it's amazing to me that even last year with only throwing 4 interceptions, every week we kept hearing about, oh, well, they're playing nobodies. You know, it's easy to beat Cleveland. Wait till they get to the meat of the schedule. Yeah. Wait till they go to Pittsburgh and have to play there. Yeah. Oh, he's going to hit the rookie wall. But somehow, none of that stuff materialized. He kept getting better as the season went on. And in fact, when you look at that Green Bay game, his numbers, his touchdown passes were higher than Tony Romo ever had in any of his playoff games in his career. Dez Bryant had the highest yard per completion of his career. Yet, the only thing we ever heard about was Dak Prescott's a game manager. He just had to show up. He's a dink and dunk quarterback. So this is the opportunity for Dak Prescott. Not that he needs validation from the people outside. Because what he did last year is what he did in college with inferior talent against the top teams in the country. But this is an opportunity for him to show the world that they don't know jack crap. For him to become that great quarterback and start earning the respect of people. Because, like me climbing that mountain, I have a feeling for Dak Prescott. He's putting in that work to get to that top. He's looking at what he has to do, and he's not tiring. He likes the challenge. He's ready for the challenge. And I believe he's going to meet that challenge. So, I'm going to grab a quick sandwich, close my eyes for about an hour, and head on back to work. And when I'm done tonight, I'm going to keep pounding at this. I'll be right here talking about the news on the Dallas Cowboys. Because I know if I put in the work, if I keep doing my thing, if I keep trying to improve and take a step each day, I'm going to achieve my goal of being the best Dallas Cowboy YouTuber out there. And for guys out there that are just starting out, you keep doing the same thing. You put in the time, you put in the effort, and it doesn't seem like at first that it's getting there. That first 100 subscribers or that first thousands, it's hard to get there. But you keep pounding at it each day. You go out there, you do your research. You put out good content, and sometimes nobody's going to watch it at first. But you just keep pounding at it, and you'll get there. And that's a special message for somebody out there, and you know exactly who you are. Keep pounding away at it. Keep working at it. Become the best you can be, and you will succeed. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and I will see you guys tonight.